going on, guys? So welcome back to another Python tutorial. So yeah, if you're new to the channel and if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And so yeah, I've been posting Python tutorials every day since I started the channel. So from the past 2 weeks, I've also started posting front-end projects on Sundays. So if you're interested to that, I'll leave the link in the description. You can check it out later. So without any further ado, let's get the video started. So yeah, in the last video, we made an addition function which added two numbers. Now we can also get value from user and then pass that variable, which can store the user values as an argument to the function. So let's say user1 and user2 are the two variables which can store user input, and then we're going to pass these two variables as arguments to this above function. Now if we run, it should add the two numbers that we give, let's say 45 and 34. Now if I hit enter, it's going to give the sum 79. So what if we need to add three numbers? Then what? If so, we can just add another parameter which will later be equal to the variables which will store the third user input. So let's say I write C as the third parameter, and then I write here plus C, and then I get another user input and then use that as an argument. But what if I need to add four numbers or five or 10, 15? I don't know. So let's say the number of numbers that we want to add through a function is not known. I mean, the user can have any number of numbers they want to add. So how do we pass those as an argument, or how do we write those as parameters? If that is the case, what we can do, we can write something called args. So basically we write asterisk or star and then args, which means all arguments, I believe. So this asterisk means for everything, and then this args means arguments. So what it does basically, what you can do, you can write any number of arguments, and that's going to be stored in this args tuple. So let's say I want to print this args. Things will be clear in this example. So, and then let's say I call this addition function, and I write 9, 8, 7, some strings, and let's say I run it. Now what it's going to do, it's going to store all this in this args tuple, and then it's going to print the tuple. If I print, it says 9, 8, 7 and the string. So now how do we add any number of numbers that the user gives? For that, first let's write a variable sum equal to 0. So this sum basically will act as the storage box. So, and then now what we're going to do, we're going to loop through this args tuple item in args. So what this sum going to do, each time the loop runs, it's going to store each item in sum, and then it's going to go on increasing or adding the next subsequent item to it. So what I mean by that is that we can write sum, which will be equal to the sum, which this sum would be the current sum, its current value, which is 0 in this case, plus the item. And then we can just print the sum. So what it means is that, let's say the user gives two numbers, 5 and 7. So sum's going to be equal to 0. So for item in args, which means the first is 5, so this sum will be equal to 0 plus 5, and then now 0 plus 5 is 5, and then this sum would become 5 now. And then the next time this loop runs, this item would be then 7. So sum, which will be equal to 5 plus 7, which is 12, and then it's going to give print sum, which is 12. Now let's call it and addition, and let's add 9, 89, 7. If I run, it gives 105. So which is basically 9 and then 89 and then 7. So it just added those. Now let's add something else. Let's add 790, 870, 67. It's going to add all these numbers, and then it's going to give the result. So yeah, if you have any doubt regarding this video, you can leave a comment. And so yeah, that's it for this video. If you liked it, please drop a like, and yeah, thanks for watching.